Hi, it's the M.L.M for the Soul channel. I do have a new topic for today. Before I begin, I just would like to say, may the words and expressions of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of my heart find favor and acceptance before you, Hashem. And some people I thank have inspired me. Hope they can inspire you as well. We'll have links below this video to their sites. They have Rabbi Shalom Arush, Rabbi Lazer Brody, Rabbi Yosef Mizrahi, Rabbi Eli Mansour, Rabbi Alon Anava, Rabbi Yuval Ovadia, Rabbi Daniel Asor, Nisan Baruch Black, David Sachs, Rabbi Michael Skobek, Jews for Judaism, Rabbi David Ashir, and Rabbi Yaron Ruvain. As well, if you've never checked out this channel before, I will have a link below this video to my first video that explains what M.L.M for the Soul means, what it stands for, and what I'm doing. So today's topic, again, is taken from the emails I get from Rabbi Eli Mansour's weekly Parasha Insights. And this is on Parashat Emor, so it's on the upcoming Parasha. And I call this Shabbat a sacred day, or the sacred day. So Parashat Emor includes a large section devoted to the laws of the Yom Tovim, the holidays that we must observe over the course of the year. The section begins with the mitzvah of Shabbat, the first and most frequent, quote, holiday that we observe. The Torah here refers to Shabbat as Mikra Kodesh, a period which is called and declared a sacred occasion. The term Mikra Kodesh may also refer to another aspect of Shabbat, namely that it is a time when all our Mikra, meaning our reading, what we read, Mikra is to read, or reading, should be Kodesh, meaning it's sacred and sublime. On Shabbat we are absolved of many of the responsibilities that we bear throughout the work week, and thus we have more time available to dedicate to prayer and Torah study. The term Mikra Kodesh instructs that we should use this opportunity for reading sacred books, works of Torah literature, and not on wasteful, leisurely material. Thank Hashem, we live in a time when there is wealth of quality Torah literature on a variety of Torah topics in different languages and for all levels. In today's, and especially if you know of ArtScroll, endless, and there's other places too, but ArtScroll definitely. In today's day and age, there is no justification to spend the free time that we're given on Shabbat reading materials other than Torah literature. With so many excellent resources available for people of all ages and backgrounds, we can all find worthwhile and valuable Torah material to learn, so we make the most of the unique opportunity that Shabbat gives us. Now, what I think people find hard is, don't forget, there's, let's say, 6 days of chol, as we say, you know, like the days that are just the regular days that you do work. So, like, to try to transition off of that, of all that you're doing, is hard when it comes to Shabbat. So the best thing to do is keep that up throughout the week so you don't feel like it's such a difference. Even though it is a difference, it's a big separation, but you want to make it more holy, okay? That's just my own thought. The Torah's discussion of Shabbat here in Parashat Emor ends by emphasizing Shabbat Hila Hashem b'chol moshvotechem. It is a Shabbat to Hashem in all your residences. The question arises, why must we be told that Shabbat is to be observed, quote, in all the residences? Would we have thought that the mitzvah of Shabbat applies only in some areas but not others? So the Chida, Rav Chaim Yosef David Azulai, explained that the Torah here reminds us to observe Shabbat as a sacred day and a time for spiritual engagement, not only in the synagogue but also in our homes. The special sanctity of Shabbat is to be expressed not just through the prayers and classes held in the synagogues on Shabbat, but also, quote, in all your residences, meaning in our homes. We must use all of Shabbat and not only the time spent in the synagogue as an opportunity to grow in spirituality and holiness. And this requires us to take advantage of our free time on this day for, quote, Mikra Kodesh, reading and studying sacred and uplifting Torah works through which we will elevate ourselves each week to a higher level of Kedusha. And yes, that's very important. And like I said, do it throughout the week so it'll just be a natural flow that Shabbat continues. Because if you think about it, I know for me, changing myself over many years of different things I used to read and stuff, is I realize that it's all nonsense. It's really, there's so much we could learn in the Torah, it's endless. And that you get credit for in Meshamayim. You don't get credit for reading other stuff or talking about other stuff. So make it a holy day. Make it a day, a Mikra Kodesh. And that we will all merit to live and see the coming of Mashiach speedily in our days and the rebuilding of our final and everlasting base, HaMikdash. Amen. And thanks for watching.